Hey guys, what's up? So I finally have a decent terrain built out and just worked in a major ass weather system here. Figured I'd share it with you guys and kind of explain it while we're rolling through it here a bit. I actually already recorded quite a bit of footage and then edited it all together so I can do this. One of the big things that I actually wanted you to see here real quick, which I think was why I started here. You notice on the right hand side here where the sunlight's moving, you see how that's literally moving and the clouds are interacting with it, and you actually see it progressing over as the clouds and everything's moving. You can see it on the water as it moved. That's actually really fucking cool. So refraction of sunlight's working, refraction of the clouds on the water, the wind affecting the water. It's actually really cool. We got a full daytime system, nighttime system, weather system, stars, moons, planets. And it is, right now it's sped up majorly. Right here, I just kind of wanted to show off some of the terrain and the realism here with the sky and everything looking the way it is, and the distance, being able to see the mountains and being able to see the terrain and the fields and the level of detail with the grass, and being able to give an angle here of the sky in a second. Kind of see that planet off in the distance. Yes, it is actually Earth, but I put a ring around it. You'll see that in a second. Things are coming through pretty awesome. Wait until you check out the actual weather change, which should be kicking in here pretty soon. See the transition to night, see the stars in the sky. It's going really fast right now. I think right now I literally have it set to 1 minute intervals to be able to change the day. You listen. Hear the rain? You can actually see it on the screen as well. If you look, you'll see the droplets of water that are actually coming down. You see the puddles building up on the ground, the puddles of water. What's really cool is once it stops raining, you can actually see it affecting even the droplets hitting the water that's already in place. See how it's smashing against it and kind of doing its own little ripple effects from there. It's actually really cool. I'm really excited about this. It's really starting to look and feel like a video game. You'll start noticing the water droplets disappear in a little while. Well, you see that in another part, I guess. Yep. Got some Aurora Borealis going on in the sky. Got a nice clear view of what's going on with it. And as we're progressing, the moon changes too. Wanes, waxes, turns into crescent moon, full moon, everything. New moon. A little bit more details, just kind of showing off what I've done a little bit here. You can hear the storms and wind, everything. You'll even see some really cool lightning here in a little bit. I don't know if it's right now on this part of it, but depending on the progression of the storm. Oh, listen. That's just amazing how this worked out to land. Just that heavy wind. And now we have debris flowing in our face. The wind direction can change, but it also stays in the same direction while you're moving with it. So eventually I'm going to set up a mechanic where with the heavy wind, walking speed and times and movements like that are actually a little difficult. I'm going to change your stamina abilities. Oh, there's a storm. Lightning. That's cool. You see that? Right inside of the screen? Here, I'll rewind it again. There it is. Freaking sick, right? Even the weather changes the distance views and everything of what's going on here. The way it's supposed to in real life. We're really focusing really hard on real life. That's just fucking cool, man. I love how it lights up the sky with those storms dropping. Got everything from rain to snow to desert to light winds to heavy winds to clear skies to partly cloudy to cloudy as fuck. Even blizzards that straight up come in and will actually drop snow on the ground. Sandstorms will even drop sand on the ground. Eventually we'll have an interaction where you can actually affect all that as you walk through it. That's so fucking cool. Definitely making progress here, guys. Oh, you can see some snow starting to build up a little bit. If you look around, you'll see it. Snow's starting to build up, but it builds up gradually as time progresses, and then even as it's over, you'll see it actually start to dissipate. And when it melts, it actually turns into water puddles, and you watch those water puddles seep into the earth, all in real time. Right now, like I say, I have it running really, really fast. I'll have it slowed down a bit in the future, so things progress and transition a little better, a little bit more natural. This is just so we can get a quick overview of how everything's looking. Yeah, the videos are kind of jumping and skipping because I just had this actively playing it and going from them. And just wanted to be able to show you all a bunch of things on here as it's changing types of environment. Being able to see how crisp the land changes and the details of the lighting, the way that it changes everything, and adds a whole nother sense of reality gameplay. Look at this. You can even see the water starting to freeze as the temperature drops, because yes, we have temperature differentials in here now. A survival aspect that you will have to make sure to properly dress up to be able to deal with the weather. And if you wind up playing out in the rain a lot and everything, while it's raining and you don't have proper ways of keeping yourself warm or drying out your clothes, or actually being able to have a proper cape on or something over your clothing, depending on the type of armor you're wearing, depending on that temperature, you can wind up getting really sick, and then you'll have to find a way to heal yourself. I haven't quite worked out that mechanic yet, but it is something that will be in here. Alright, just kind of wanted to show a little bit more of the conditions here. You notice the snow's kind of going away. What's here? We got a major rain coming in. This is the little house and hut area I have built off in the middle of nowhere. Kind of think of like the house in the woods type situation. You'll notice that even the lighting from the forge on the left-hand side, how it actually changes to its brightness depending on everything. The detail of the winds affecting the grass. Sounds of the storms off in the distance. Paying attention to all that detail. You literally see debris coming in as the storm's picking up, the winds are picking up. You can hear it. We got another, I think this is a major blizzard on this one. We'll tell here as it starts gathering up in the ground. Or it could just be a gale of wind. Not all winds equal snow. Oh, yep. Now the blizzard's kicking in. So there's a slight little snowstorm coming in right there, and then I think the blizzard pops up right after this, and you'll see it continues to gather up. And you'll even see how it falls on the ranges and everything, and how the capacity of where it melts and where it melts to. The next things I'll have is I'm going to increment the system of actually having it interact with more meshes in the game. You'll actually be able to see the water as it rains dripping off of you and dripping off the stuff in the game. Be able to interact more with the puddles, be able to interact more with the snow and actually create a barrier. Look how that's building as it continues to snow. You see the snowflakes all over the screen. Look at the change in the distance. The skies are obscured. It's a major snowstorm. Yeah, right now the character's not being affected. I haven't set that up yet, but it will be. Look at that. That's just freaking awesome. Alright, now we're back kind of showing a clear view again of how, the sky and everything does everything. Look at that. That's just fucking gorgeous. Oh, sandstorms are what I'm showing you now. So you see it's coming in and how quickly that changes the terrain. Which how it is in the desert. I'm going to make it where tornadoes are going to be able to come in, gale force winds, which we already have, and how they're affected by it. Lightning storms we already have, but eventually lightning when it strikes, if it runs up striking in the woods, it can cause a fire. Actually cause damage. If you get struck by lightning, you'll get hurt. This is just fucking awesome. A beautiful sky. Again, yes, I know it's moving incredibly fast. This is just so we can see this. If I would have done everything absolutely real time. Now look at how look right here how the red on the left hand side over here you can see the forge actually reacting to its environment. So see that? See the refraction of the light off the forge? Watch on the left hand side of the house. See it getting red? You can actually see the light bouncing through the trees. That's pretty awesome. That sense of realism in there with the light being portrayed off on it. And the right hand side over here next to the right hand forge, you see the forge actually lighting up the tree just from the lighting kicking on that. You can literally see the refraction of the clouds off the windows. Just a little training area for me to test to make sure everything's actually working still. Kaplooey. Damage. I missed him. And now you get to see, while in a forest, how it affects in here too. And yes, you can still use everything, and it doesn't prevent you from being able to actually use your spells and stuff. Look at that, you can kill a dummy. Top left hand side. Still building on everything that was here. Look at the light on that tree on the left hand side over there. That's awesome. Excuse the forge, I haven't finished it. Yep, things are floating. Eventually you'll actually be able to interact with these and use them, and use other people's forges. They'll actually kind of be like, hey, what the hell are you doing? Now check this out. I even have it while it's raining outside. You can hear it inside, but it changes. So the sound occlusion actually doesn't remain the same even when you go in a building. It's something even cooler. When I go upstairs, check out the light refraction through the windows. So I didn't put any lights up here, but it's sunny outside. Watch the light move on the floor. So as the sun's transitioning, we actually have the natural lighting coming in and going in the direction of that. That is freaking awesome. Here's a better way to be able to see it in this window here. Look at that. That's fucking cool, man. We got some actual realism going on here. And that makes me really, really happy. Because one of the biggest things for me with working on this game, I want the survival-based game, I want the MMORPG, I want it fantasy-based, but I want it realistic fantasy. I want everything to make sense as the physics and everything that we understand in reality in our world and add up just with some magic and fantasy creatures in tow. So, yeah, that's what I've got worked out so far. Pretty freaking cool, huh, guys? All right. I'll have this up soon.